live. He sang with us. He was on stage. So yeah, the main thing for us and what kept us through all these years is that we are friends, and having friends inspiring you is truly a blessing.
It's Kyrie. Yes, if you don't know me, get to know me, people. I am here with another band interview, and a band interview from Greece, just like Non-Linear I did. This is a connection. They reached out to me, which is a pleasure. It kind of feels like I'm getting really good at this whole interview stuff. The connections are spreading a little bit more wider, and we're hitting different parts of the world and different countries, which is fantastic. But people, we are here with a Greece band called TripNote. Hopefully, I pronounced it right. And I'm going to probably butcher the names as well. But we are here with the lead vocalist is Aris. And we got the
Yep.
drummer here, which is Kostas, if I've said that correct.
100% correct. 100% correct.
Both of them.
Amazing. So, boys, if you introduce yourself, I'm not sure who wants to go first, but yeah, if you introduce yourself to the audience out there.
I'm going first because I'm older. Hello out there. My name is Kostas. I'm the drummer of TripNote, the band called TripNote. Karim, thank you so much for having us. You're doing an amazing job with interviewing, bands and
Thank
our
you.
reaction. We are really honored to be here in your channel. Thank you so much.
And I'm the younger one, so I guess I go. So I'm Maris. I'm the lead vocalist of the band TripNote, and it's a pleasure being here. Thank you for having us.
Amazing, amazing. No, guys, it's a pleasure accepting it. It really helps myself out. I want to look at helping pushing up and coming bands, up and coming artists, different type of genres, vocalists, drummers. The list goes on. I want to definitely push you guys out there, and it's a pleasure just to have all these different type of bands from all across the world reach out to me to allow this opportunity to happen for themselves. So hopefully, let's see how 2025 goes, because you never know what can happen. But yeah, I want to definitely push people like yourselves up, as well as obviously my channel. But we're going to get the ball rolling with the interview. Guys, also, audience out there, if you don't know, these two are brothers, hence why the older one and the angrier one, just to clarify that. But guys, just to start off with, is your history. Now, everyone discussing, well, when you discuss about history, it can be quite bland. People obviously mentioning the origin, and like it's probably quite repetitive. But you guys have been around since 2013, so a very long history. And as you are two are brothers, I don't know if you are the originators of the actual band itself, but I just want to see, like, well, let's start off with the history itself. How did it begin? Where did it start? Like, you've been around so much in the public eye. Do you feel like things are preventing you to get further? Like, why hasn't the world heard of you more?
So
Well,
we didn't quite rehearse that. So are you gonna talk first?
Yeah, apologies. Open question. I should probably direct
uh,
the questions better, but open question. But I'll start off with yourself, Costas, if you're happy to speak. But yeah, that's directed towards
yeah,
you.
of course. We're going way back, as you said. Um, Me and Aris, well, we are the originators of the band. We are the ones that created the band, and all of the guys that are still now at the band are the ones that were from the first day. So we live in the same city, all the four of us, and so it was easy to create a band because we were friends before of that.
Nice.
Uh, I mean, Aris is my brother, so I know since he was born. The other two guys are we know them since school, so Dimitris and Panos, and we were very close to each other before we created the band. So it was easy. We had a lot of projects within the years, but until then, nothing filled us as much as Trip Notes.
Amazing. Aris, would you like to add more to that?
No, that's quite the story. I mean, me and Panos, the bassist, we were in the same school since we were 12, and we always had the dream to, start a band and start playing something together. Me and my brother, we had a couple of projects in the past
Yeah.
together, and didn't quite work out. And I was 18 at the time, 19. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. And with this, how TripNote was born.
Nice, nice. So, with your history, because you've been around for so long, I believe that you would have like established a presence, hopefully, in Greece. So my question is like, where do you stand in the public eye? Are you quite renowned in Greece, or are you not like renowned?
Well,
This is an open question
uh,
again. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, Costas, if you're happy to speak, I need to probably
Well,
direct it a bit better. My bad.
if,
Yeah, let's give it that way. Costas will answer first, and then I will add something if it's needed. Okay.
well, if we can say we as a band we play melodic hardcore, I guess, which I think is a difficult genre here of music here in Greece. Um, the audience is very small, but it's supportive, but it's very small. Um, I think we are an underground band, so we can say we. I think people know us. Um, uh, the main fact is that this genre of music is not very popular here in Greece, so that makes it difficult a lot. Um, the Greek scene has had his ups and downs through all these years, but I think we're doing a good job until now, as I see from the people that come to our shows, at from the words that we hear and the opinions we hear when we release something new. So I guess we're doing a good job, I think. to,
So if I have to add something on that, it's like you said, we've been around for like 11 years now, and the scene is pretty small, and people that follow the scene uh, could be easily counted. I mean, there are not too many. So if we are talking about the melodic hardcore as a genre, I think people know us, even if they haven't heard any of our songs. We have managed to establish our name since since these 11 years have passed. So if we are known, if we are good, we are not the ones to judge. Actually, the people are. S- Yeah. So yeah, we're doing like my brother said, we're doing our best, and people seem to appreciate it.
That's good. That's really good that you guys got like a strong community in Greece to have that. It'd be disappointing if there wasn't a supportive community, even though you said it's quite hard to push it around Greece. But it would be disappointing if there wasn't a strong community. What with yourself being like around for so long, do you feel like there has been difficulty spreading the word of your band across different countries? Like, why do you think that there hasn't been more known factor with yourselves with like countries like the UK? Like, that's where I'm from. I'm from the UK. You got my geography is terrible. France, Spain, stuff like that. So like Costas, for yourself, what do you feel like might be preventing your band to have that wider audience internationally?
money.
Okay.
Just like that. I mean, uh, it the financial issue that a band has is a very big one. Not only for us. I think a lot of Greek bands have this issue. But in a way, there are two ways to, make your band, uh, you know, uh, people hear your band or know your band. I think one is doing lives, touring around your uh, your city, your country. I mean, your Europe or other places. And the other way is to promote it through social media. Both of these ways need a lot of money. Until now, and we are unable. We are underground. With everything we do it from in our own. We don't
DIY,
have
yeah.
any DIY. Uh, I'm not crying about it. It's our choice to do
Yeah.
that. But yeah, these are the two ways. I think it's promoting yourself through social media, so everybody in the world can hear you. Even if you're a small town in Greece or in another country, people in another continent can hear you if you promote yourself correctly. And also doing lives, doing tours. But if you have, a very difficult job and you work a lot of hours, this kind of days, shrinking up, and you can't do that much. So I think that's the one thing that we haven't established our name, worldwide, if we can say that.
Fair. Aris, is there anything you would like to add to that?
No, the main reason that actually this happens is it's truly the money. I mean, you know, in the past there was the MySpace era when
Yes.
everyone was everyone the internet was something new back then, and the information was not as there wasn't many bands as there are right now. So every band on MySpace had the same possibility to become famous. Now the information are quite a bit locked, and so many bands, so many people that they're even doing studio projects or
Mm.
just singles or anything like that, and the attention span of the people have grown smaller and smaller. So yeah, to actually show your work around the place as the internet is right now, you need actually money to promote
Mm.
it. You need people who know about marketing, and it's a different story. So yeah, the main reason is actually money. So I don't want to, talk too much about that. I
Yeah.
mean, I already said a lot about it. Sorry about that.
And also, we don't judge the one who use this
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah. We
weapon.
just don't have them.
Yeah. No, that's understandable. I'm not sure what's like in Greece, but with everything in the UK going up, like nothing's like cheap no more. And yeah, it's just the wages for us in the UK are not fantastic. So
Yeah,
I'm not sure what's like in Greece, but yeah, it gets even harder
it's
because
even
obviously every.
worse. Imagine,
It
imagine
must,
even worse. Yeah,
Oh
imagine
wow,
even worse.
really?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And we actually have something in UK that's not quite common here. I mean, the I was in Dublin a couple of months ago, and I was in Liverpool a couple of years ago.
Mm.
And the thing that you have is that every place, every pub has live music. So, musicians play all the time. Here in Greece, that's not the thing. That's not happening
Ah.
quite as much. Yeah. So one more reason that we are not able to play as much as we want, or to be as quotes famous as much as we want, is that we don't have the same opportunities to play our songs live.
Mm. That's interesting because yeah, like down the road from my where I live, there's literally a pub and you can just listen to live music. It's quite common in
yeah,
like
yeah.
probably all the pubs down my
Here,
road.
here it's not a thing. There was a time here in Athens, imagine the capital, where we had, I think, Aris one or two places, live stages you can play, you can
Yep.
perform.
Mm.
I mean, as I said, the Greek scene had its ups and downs these 15 years. I'm talking about core music, okay? Because if you listen to metal,
Greek music, yeah.
you get Rotting Christ, Planet of Zeus. There are bands that are touring around
Mm.
all around the world. But if you talk about core music and underground music, even if it's hip hop, okay, there weren't enough places to play to perform.
Wow.
So el- we saw a lot of bands disband because they didn't have a place to play, to perform. They didn't have a motivation to do something, to work. So yeah, unfortunately that happened. But now I think we are in a good place right now. I
Oh
think
well.
we're turning it around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're turning it around.
I mean, it's always definitely strong. It's always definitely good to look at the positive aspect of it, which I think is perfect for my next question. I'll start with you, Kostas. Is like, do you think Greece as a country is like constricting bands to push themselves? As you said, like they're not. There's not like pubs with local live music that you can obviously go to, which is similar. So in the UK, we've got a lot of that, as you said. Do you feel like Greece is just not allowing like these bands like yourselves in this genre to flourish and just do better?
Well, I will talk again from our genre of music because
Yeah, of
that's
course,
one
yeah.
I know and what I'm familiar with. Imagine that we had a tour with King Corruption and Non-Linear, our friends you had last time. We had a tour a couple months ago, a 4 day, 5 day, 5 day tour. Imagine that I was trying, me and my colleagues that were trying to close dates. We were trying to make this come true about, I think, half a year, 6 months, because We just couldn't find other bands in other cities easily. We couldn't find places to play. So imagine how difficult it is. Now, if we're talking about Athens, I think we had a lot of good, great bands this last 3-4 years that come out with great songs, great guys that have the band. And as I say, now we have a lot of more places to perform live, a lot of more stages. So I think now it's the opportunity to show the world that we have a great scene, great musicians, and we'll see. But I think now we're turning this thing around because the last years weren't so good, and also I see a lot of foreign bands of our genre, like Terror, Stray from Stick to Your Guns, Comeback Kid, that bands that we look up to now come to Greece.
Ooh.
That's also a very good thing.
Okay, cool. So it does seem like as the years are going by, there is some positive. There is like a bit more
Yeah,
doors
yeah.
opening. Well, hopefully it feels like, well, hopefully 2025 then goes very well, and then obviously as the years go up, it just keeps on getting better. I got a question for you, Aris, sorry, which just kind of expands from what the whole like. Do you feel like things are not pushing yourself further? With you guys being around, you said you don't have a lot of obviously money currently to take things to the next level. There was a period of obviously when the pandemic hit, 2020 hit, large
I was about to say that.
large
Mm.
app came across. Yeah, everyone started jumping on it. TikTok, that it made loads of people literally change their life from 0 to 100 and come very like successful.
Yeah.
What was the opportunity for yourselves like when that time hit? Because obviously you've been around before that. Then it came, and now you're still around. So when 2020 hit, do you feel like, yeah, no? What was it like for you? Did you capitalize on TikTok or not? What was the whole like COVID-19 experience for yourself, Aris, and your band?
So actually, COVID-19 was, and the whole thing with the quarantine was a big restart for all the scene. I mean, even this adds to the previous question about how we actually start to have more venues now, and old venues start working, new ones found the opportunity to expand, and of course, the quarantine and the COVID affected all the bands in different levels. We had the blessing, let's put it that way, that we were all staying pretty close in the same city, and we actually not only just band, but we are pretty close friends. We never lost touch with each other.
Nice.
And so, what we did during the quarantine, we actually recorded in our friend's room. Uh,
Ooh.
yeah, two singles. Just to put some music out there. And I don't know if this is the right word to put it, but maybe we're not that educated in social media, so we can push it further.
Yes.
So I can say that we were truly affected by the quarantine as much as other bands did. Some of them broke up, some of them, you know, found the opportunity to move forward.
Mm.
So yeah, that's I don't think it just passed. It really affected more of our personal lives than the band. So
Fair, fair. Well, what about
Yeah.
is it because of the unexperience? I'll speak to yourself, Costas, because I feel like you're about to add to that. Is it because of the unexperience where you felt like you couldn't expand further on social media or like you weren't aware of how to use it?
Well, yeah, we just like we just want to make music, and we didn't give so much attention to the social media. Maybe it's a mistake. I don't say that that's the
Yeah.
right way, but back in that time, we were using the difficulties that we had every day in our everyday life as an inspiration. So we focused only to make music, to go to the studio, to write some lyrics, to write new stuff. And I think we just let the fact about the social media just in
Go
an
with the flow. I
Instagram.
mean, yeah,
Yeah,
the only thing that we know how to do, in quotes again, good, is write music.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So we just write music and let the rest go with the flow.
Nice,
yeah, and,
nice.
and we just put our money, if I can say that, to our Instagram profile and some list on Spotify. But there we stay there. We must, if I can say, see in this kind of opportunity again and work at this harder. But until then, we just focus on making music because, okay, as I said, money, that's the
Yeah,
main thing. If you want to do to promote music, okay, you can spend 10, $20. But if you want to do this to the next level, take it to the next level, you need more,
yeah.
which we don't have. And so we stay focused on our music.
That's
Hopefully, people heard our songs and pass it to another friend, pass it to another, and with,
The old school way.
the old school way, yeah.
no, nice. That I feel like you've mentioned something beautiful, which is the main focus. It's the inspiration. It's the why you're still doing it. It's the music, which is the foundation and the core. What's gonna keep on pushing you guys forward, and that's probably the most important part to obviously focus in that period of time. Because as you said, Aris, some bands broke up. It was a hard time. A lot of people didn't have like a massive mental like support system around them. A lot of people obviously passed away. So yeah, it was very difficult within that period of time. So it was nice that you kept the heart and the love there for that, which is actually perfect for my next question, which I'm going to lead into, is the history of being motivated. So you, with yourself, you said you were focusing on the music. You've been around for 10 to 11 years. I feel like you probably already answered this in the questions I've been asking already. But I'll start with yourself,
It's our favorite
Costas.
question. It's talking about our child, so it's our favorite question.
Like, how do you stay motivated? How are you guys still 10 years in, 11 years in, going, yeah, let's keep going? Like, how do you do it? Like, like, is there any tips you can give to the audience out there at all?
Is it me or
No,
Costa?
Costas,
Sorry.
Costas, sorry,
Ah,
sorry.
Okay.
okay, my bad, my bad.
So
So,
sorry.
uh, right now, right now, after about 10 and 11 years, we're more
Stop saying it.
motivated.
I'm feeling old.
You're not. We're more motivated than never before. And we are keep doing this because as the years gone by, we're more experienced. We know how to communicate with each other. We run procedures better than before, procedures that we didn't even know how to run back in the day. Uh, and most of it, we get support from our friends and from each other. So if I had how would you say, one thing to say to people that want to make a band or to create a band and want to stay motivated is create a band with friends, create a band with people that love you, that you can love them back, you can communicate, and all the other things will come. Um, I mean, it's nothing better than creating music with your brother, with friends that you've been a lot of years together, because you know their struggle,
Mm,
you know what they like, you know what they don't like, and it all comes out naturally. It's difficult to create a band with people you don't know. I I don't think I can do that. That's why we stay together all of these years, and we are none of us did a side project,
mm.
none of us. Yeah, and right now it had become a part of our lives. I cannot imagine my life without creating music with these guys. It would be boring. So yeah,
That's
so,
sorry. Am I
yeah, yeah,
interrupting?
yeah.
So the first answer that always comes to my mind when this question is asked is that I don't know what I am if I'm not doing this. This
Nice.
completes me, and the thing that Costa said earlier is the main thing for me. That um, having friends, I'm not. I can't imagine myself also playing music with strangers. I don't know, with people that I don't know that much. But the thing that kept us all these years together is that we were first friends and then we were a band. Anytime that someone needed a break, he had it. Every time that someone was wanted to discuss about something in a lyrical way or musical way, he had the chance to do it.
If
So
we
that's
want to fight, we can fight.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, actually, uh, the members of the band right now, even Jason was a starting member as well, but he's not in the band right now. We are pretty good still. We're still pretty good friends with him. He's
Nice.
doing a different project right now. Actually, he was there with us in the 10-year anniversary live. He sang with us. He was on stage. So yeah, the main thing for us and what kept us through all these years that we are friends, and having friends inspiring you is truly a blessing.
Oh,
And
that's
also
really good.
we had another guitarist in an album, Dinos,
Yeah.
which move abroad. So yeah, we continue as four of us. But with every guy that helped us through the way, we are still friends, and no one broke up with us in a bad way. So everyone, and some of them still helping the band in his own way.
Nice, nice. That's really good to see. And obviously, as you mentioned, it is about friendship. I know it's in this day and age, especially stuff I see with different type of groups, not just bands. They all say we started off as friends, like we are as friends, and now they're like very famous groups. This is stuff like content creators I watch, but they always say like because we were friends first, it's not a problem now, and that's a really big like concept to obviously mention. So I'm glad, like, yeah, I'm glad you still got that
Yeah.
motivation of start. Glad you still got that strive. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I want to go to the next question. I can start with yourself, Aris, with this. Is about your music. So your music itself. When I'm reading your bio, it mentioned that obviously you inspire your music by everyday life and difficulties. So I just want to know how you guys portray that within your music, and how do you let your audience relate to that?
So we like to have a more emotional sound in our songs, and we mostly talk about lost friendships or difficulties that we have in our daily life, loves that didn't last, and things that we all come across in our lives in a different way. Uh, so actually, Dimitris, our guitarist, has, for me at least, the best way for it. He makes his guitar sound like it has truly emotions, and
Oh
that's
yes.
yeah, yeah. So he has the let's say the wheel on how the song is going to be sounded like. He always comes with something pretty emotional and something that makes your uh, brain working on some place. It's going on places. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way. So lyric wise, it's like a diary. I mean, every day, even my brother has wrote lyrics in the past. We all face difficulties in our life. We all face troubles, and we have found our way out of them by turning into music, by
Mm.
writing down lyrics like a diary. And this is actually how we wrote 99% of our songs, if I'm not mistaken. Most of them has to do with that. Um, and this comes again to the previous question, how you are continuing to be inspired. For me personally, it's actually pretty fun to, see the old songs and read the diary, like I said, the
Okay.
lyrics that we
Yeah.
had, and you know, putting myself back in the place that small Aris was back then. I mean, it's like, what was I thinking? What was I going through? And yeah, so the main inspiration for everything is our day-to-day life and our struggles.
That's amazing. That's
Uh,
amazing.
on how people relate, I mean, all of us have been through difficulties in our life, and we like to be the ones that understand you, if I can put it that way. And when you have a difficult time or something that we have wrote something similar about in a song, you can listen to TripNote and actually feel that somebody understands what you've been through.
Mm, mm. Were you gonna add something there, Costas, at all, or?
Uh, No, it's pretty much like what Ari said. Every song is a small story of what happened the day or the days that we were writing this song, these lyrics. And, we are not the kind of the band that write 20, 30 songs and
Mm,
then choose one of them. We just focus on what is right at the time and we're trying to make a song perfect.
mm,
Uh, as Ari said, our guitarist Dimitris can express his self, his emotions through the guitar. Like, he can talk about his emotions,
mm.
what he's feeling, but he can talk through his guitar. The same, like the other members, through the lyrics or through the bass, the drums, etc. But yeah, the main fact that we do is that we don't make the subject clear at our songs, so the audience can relate easily.
Mm.
So if I want to talk for a relationship that I had, I don't make it that clear. So you can put any kind of relationship when you hear this song. It can be a friend, you can be a member of your family, it can be a girl or a boy, whatever. So that's the key. I think that make people relate to your song more easily. Even though it's our story, you can create your own story, your own subject through listening to the song.
Mm,
Just
mm.
a fun fact about that: we are currently working on a new album. So this album is whip since I think 2 years now or three. The thing is that when we start working on it, we said, okay, let's write something happy this time. Let's write something, yeah. So these 3 years or two, I'm not fully sure how much it is. We changed the whole album again, and we started writing from the beginning because we had so much difficulties, so much struggle in our lives that we had to
Ah.
turn somewhere to express it.
Yeah,
So
we
we
cannot
started
be
from scratch.
we cannot be a happy band. We cannot be a happy
Yeah,
band.
we tried. We
We are the
tried.
band. We are the band that you want to listen at your dark moments. That's where we want to keep you company. When everybody's happy, okay, you can listen whatever you want. But where you're sad, you're more, you want to listen something special,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
different.
And
Uh,
it's been so long now that I am programmed this way now that every time that I am sad or I have something in my mind, I have to write lyrics about it.
Yeah.
I'm not writing happy lyrics. I have to write something that bothers me. Yeah.
Yeah. No, no, it's beautiful, guy. What you mentioned about obviously describing the relatability and how you portray your music. The thing about the guitar, I really love. There's a band in the UK called Exist Immortal, and there's a guitarist that does exactly the same thing. When I hear him play, it sounds like he's actually just expressing the like feelings that he has within his like mind and his body, and
That's talent.
it
That's
doesn't
talent.
come across like someone's just playing notes. And as you
yeah.
said, it's talent. And there's nothing I can't. There's not in my mindset. I can't think of a word to describe it. It's you're the person who's in it. It's just like doing what's natural to them, and they're just expressing it through their instruments, which I find such a beautiful thing. So if
Yeah, and
Demetrius,
we were very lucky to have such great guitarists like
Yep.
Jason, Dimitris, and Dinos through all these years. We were very lucky. And also, I want to add something that all the four of us right now uh, don't hear the same kind of music. We don't. I think we don't even listen this. We listened a bit of metalcore, of
okay,
melodic hardcore, but everyone has his own favorite bands or genre, completely
ah,
different at the times. So that makes the writing a song more creative because
Yep.
everyone has his own elements to add from the music that he hears.
yes, yes.
He listens. Yeah.
No, no, you're 100% right. Funny enough, like for myself with a reaction channel, I listen to a lot of rock on my reaction channel. On my everyday life, I don't listen to rock. I listen to completely different music. So, it's
Yeah, me too. I listen to K-pop,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It's
whatever.
it's so interesting. But I feel like you might have already answered this question, but this is my next question. I could give it to you, Costas. I feel like it's already
Yeah.
answered, but is it about just like where you guys draw your main inspiration from? Whether it's from other
Well,
bands or like as you mentioned, your everyday like life. Is there anyone you look up to at all? Like any musicians at all?
The main inspiration, began when we were kids, listening to the stuff that our parents listened to, like Metallica, Iron Maiden, and all these kind of bands. And
Yeah.
when we were kids, I want to play in a band. I want to become like them. I want to be James Hetfield one day. I want to be whatever. But that was the beginning. As the years gone by, I like a lot of artists. I look up to a lot of them. I don't want to mention anyone because there are a lot of them. Each one for a different, for his different value and everything that gives to the audience. But yeah, the main inspiration that we get is from our friends, from each other, as I said, and of course from the people that come to a show and say these kind words when we hear them live. That's the fuel to our fire, let's say. Um, do I have to mention an artist? I don't know, but my favorite one, because I love since the way since the day I started listening to music, are Metallica. I mean, the artist that I look up to is James Hetfield.
Mm,
Let's
mm.
say that.
We grew up in the same house, so I'm gonna give you the same answer.
That's fair. But Aris, is there anything you want to add to that in general or not?
So yeah, if you ask any member of the band, he can tell you 10 different artists that they look up to. Like Costa said, we have very mixed genres that we listen to. Each member. Um, I mean, Panos grew up with punk. I don't even listen to metalcore anymore. I mean, I only listen to the old stuff.
Mm,
I'm mainly focused on indie rock at this.
mm,
One of our favorite bands, 21 Pilots. I mean, you
yes.
have so many artists that you are listening to. As you grow up, um, you start to appreciate even more and more artists because when you're a kid, you're like, there's Slipknot and nothing else.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you grow up and you hear a lot of things. So every artist have something to give, and you can take inspiration from each artist that you love, or like Costa said, from your friends, from the people that come to the shows, yeah, from each other.
Mm, mm. Variety is massively important. The more, as you said, Costas, the more you listen, the more you can bring towards when it comes to you guys creating music. You
Yeah.
can be like, oh, I've heard this from this band, or I've heard this from this artist, and it's quite cool to add like little things in there. So I think that's
Yes,
very,
sometimes the element or the sound that you have in your head, you don't even know where it came from,
yeah, yeah,
because there's a lot of genres that you hear. I mean, in this part, I want to do this. Let's do that. But you cannot explain when you heard it from the first
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah.
that's the great thing.
I have another fun story about it. We're in the studio one day, and Dimitris started playing a riff, and this riff was great. And everybody was like, "Oh, geez, that's a great riff." And Dimitris was like, "I don't know how this came into my mind," and we started jamming on this riff. It turns out it was a Metallica song, and we all totally forgot about it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I sit back on the drums and I said, I think this sounds familiar. It's great, but I think it sounds familiar. And I think it was hardwired self-destruct. I think
Yeah, yeah. It was,
something along the
Oh
way.
no way!
And
Well,
yeah.
he
carry on.
didn't even listen to that album. Dimitris never listened to that album. Yeah. Yeah.
It's if I was gonna say it's quite normal for us because when people, this is my thought process, but when you create a rhythm or when you create something that's from like your vocals or what you sing, it's all inspired from somewhere.
Yeah.
You can make it up and you can be like, oh, it's my own original thing, but you might have picked it out from this and there. Like I remember years ago, I stopped now, but I used to like rap a little while ago, and I always used to have rhythms in my head. and I'll write stuff down. And I was like, that sounds familiar. Like the 2 words or the 3 lines I said there, I'm like, where have I got that from? But I would change the flow completely after. And I was like, but I can't remember where that originally came from. That
Yeah,
must have come
exactly,
from
exactly.
somewhere. But yeah, everyone draws something from everywhere, which is so cool. And that's how you become like your own little artist in a way. Which is gonna lead to my next question. So this is an open question. So Costas, whether you want to take the lead again. It's just about yourselves. I think you've kind of said it without saying it, but you perform a lot in Greece. You do a lot of music and like underground stuff that you currently do at the moment in Greece. Would you like to ever perform outside of the like your country? Have you had the chance to? And if not, where would you like to go and like perform?
Yeah, of course, I would like to play a live performance, abroad. We didn't have the chance. It's, right now it's easy to do it around the Balkans, Albania, Skopje, Bulgaria, here in Greece. A lot of bands, a lot of hardcore bands that do that. If I had a place that I want to play, of course, UK. UK and Germany are the places that the most of the bands go, and I to perform. Uh, and I think the community there, it's much more familiar with this kind of music,
Mm.
and they are going to support you even though they don't know you. That's what I think. Like Ari said, and you said, you have 3 pubs in your road that they play live music. If
Yeah.
I come there, I think people will appreciate that I play music for them, even if they're drinking their beer. So yeah, unfortunately, we didn't have the opportunity yet. Hope one day we can, make connections with other bands with because that's the main thing that you can do: make connections with the foreign bands to play in their country and then come here in Greece.
Mm.
If we had a UK band, we can talk together and then go to perform in Manchester, London, and then we can arrange a show with them here. I think in underground music, that's the way that kind of you deal with these things. Yeah, but yeah, UK and Germany are the places that I really want to visit and play as TripNote.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think that. I don't, yeah, sorry.
No, no, no. Carry
I
on,
don't.
Aris. Yeah.
I don't think that there's a band that wouldn't like to take its music and play outside of the borders. Uh, the things that adults happened, and we all have our jobs, and it's
Yes.
a lot difficult to actually do it. Uh, yeah, the best places to go is actually UK, Germany, Central of Europe is the best thing for music, especially core music.
Mm.
Uh, but yeah, it's never too late. I
Yeah.
hope one day we can do it.
No, hundred.
Until then, we we perform inside our borders, which kind of like, if you think it's cool because in other towns or cities that don't have the access
Mm.
to venues like that to core, some cities and some villages don't even have bands. So for a guy, for someone who listens to core music, for a band to come there, it's very special.
Mm.
And we felt that way this in our last tour when we went to towns. I can't even say that there were cities; there were little towns that
Yeah.
we have a pub with a little stage, and we perform core music to people that listen to core but didn't have the opportunity to watch watch it live, to hear it live.
Mm.
So I think it's not bad that we do only until now only tours inside or town boards inside Greece. Yeah,
No, like, if well, one day, as you said, Aris, is all about a matter of when, because it will happen. People like countries like Germany and the UK will be more than welcome to have you, especially in the UK. I act like I say like I'm from Germany. I have no idea what Germany's like with the rock scene, but I guess it's very supportive. But in the
Yep.
UK, I only found out recently, and this is probably poor on my side, but Birmingham is like the original place I think for like rock or like metalcore. That's where like originally started from, and that's where a band like
Okay.
Black Sabbath came from.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's what I got told recently. I think it's rock or metalcore, one of the two. And I wasn't fully aware of that. And but yeah, bit of poor information on my side. But the UK, yeah, would be definitely more than welcome to have bands like yourself coming into like this country. Then obviously rocking out as you are, and as you said, you can go to the local pubs around the area. But there's one thing I wanna expand into with the next question is that you guys have mentioned it out through this whole interview, and I really want to know because the UK have a strong what we call underground scene. Like if you're
Yeah.
around the UK, you're not like popular. The people that like know who you are in the underground in all genres, massively supportive. Everyone knows everyone. It's all about connection, especially in the city where I'm from. So I can start with yourself, Aris, if you feel comfortable to say it. Is
Yep.
what's Greece like with its underground scene? Like, is it yeah? What's Greece like with its underground scene?
Like we said at the beginning, it's the there are not too many people that are hearing this type of music, but these that do are actually supportive of what you're doing. They turn out to the shows, even in the other towns, not especially Athens, because Athens is the capital. If you go
Mm,
outside of Athens, people that hear this type of music will go to your show, will come to see you.
mm,
Well, there's actually even with after the crisis, even then, back in the crisis in 2013 and 2014, even now that people in Greece, we are not famous for our money here.
yeah.
Um, people actually buy your records, buy your T-shirts.
Wow.
They are here, they are there to support, and they're doing everything they can to do so. So that's not only pretty nice, but it's actually some kind of a burden because since they're putting the money on you, you have to do your best.
Yeah.
You have to be
Yeah.
there. You have to perform great. You have to be on time. You have to be, everything should be great for them because they deserve it, actually. They are there on your every step.
No, that's amazing. Like you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Even like with the content I'm doing, I've noticed that when people do pay for stuff, they're paying for a service. So you gotta appreciate that service. You can't discredit that service. You can't lower your standards. Like someone's paying and they should get the most out of it, basically.
Mhm.
Costas, is there anything you want to add to that?
Yeah. No, I want to add to this last thing that we have a quote inside our band that we have played um, in front of 5 people. We have even played in front of 4,000 people
Mm,
in fest. It doesn't matter how much people are in the audience. I- even if only one person bought a ticket and came into our show,
Just our mom, just one. We should be the best that we can. Yeah.
yeah, that's we don't see the audience, for how much it is, but
mm,
we appreciate the way why did they come to
mm,
watch us, to have a great, not only to watch us to hear, to have a great night.
mm.
They pay 5, 10, 15 pounds to listen to music, so we have to do our best, and that's why I prepare for it, and that's what we want to do. But yeah, through these 15 years, Greek scene has its ups and downs. And not only from the audience side, but also from the band side.
Mm,
Like we said, with the COVID 19 and the crisis we had here, having a band is expensive.
mm.
Even if you want to buy an instrument, even if it's guitars or drums, you have to pay. And even more, to sound good, you have to pay more. Imagine if you want to produce or write or record. So we had a pretty bad time in the years about 2012 until 3 years ago. But now I think, as I said, we turn things around. There are a lot of great bands that play shows and perform and put out good music. So I think now it's the time to make the audience even bigger. The
Mm.
people that come to our shows, they don't have to be, counting and know each other. We have to bring more in this community, and I think now it's the time.
No, definitely. It's there's this. I don't know if it's a saying, but it's like when you push like positivity out in the world, or when you put like the work in to make yourself get better, like the good positive and like the good outcomes will come towards you. I definitely believe that. And you're 100% right. There could be one person there, but that one person could tell a friend, or that one person can film that video and they could put it on their like little social media, and obviously 10 people might be like, oh, what's that? I haven't heard of this person or like this band before, and you never know where it can lead to, and it's just gonna make your career and everything just get
Yeah,
better and better.
and tell James Cameron, you should come.
Yeah, yeah,
You should come.
yeah.
You should have come. Yeah,
No, you're
that's a
100%
win
right.
there.
You're 100%
Uh,
right. And I just hope everything just kind of gets better for you guys. It seems like, from what I'm gathering in this conversation and this interview, Greece or Athens in itself are like opening a little bit more with music, and things are hopefully obviously getting a bit better step by step. And as 2025 starts, or now, yeah, as it begins, there's obviously a bit more opportunity as the months go by, and obviously you got 2026, and obviously as the years keep on flourishing, your band just keeps on flourishing altogether.
yeah.
Is there any final words you want to say, guys? Because we're going to wrap up the interview now. Is there any final words that both of you want to say? Unless anything I might have missed out that could be important, any up and coming music for the future, anything you want to spread out to the audience? Because I'm going to put everything in a link in the description of like latest releases, your social media and stuff like that. So, is there any final words you guys want to start off with? You can start off Kostas if you want.
I want to shout out, the last single that we had. It's named Kiori, means distance in Japanese. You can watch it through YouTube through a lyric video. And we are currently working on our new album. I think it will be out in the middle of 2025. And of course, we want to thank you for having us here, for giving us the opportunity to, spread the word of TripNote. You're doing an amazing job with all the stuff that you do, with the reactions, interviewing other bands, and giving also all the musicians the opportunity to express themselves and know each other better.
Thank you.
So shout out to you. Yeah, thank you very much for having us here. Truly.
Aris,
Uh,
anything you want to say?
yeah. So yeah. First of all, thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much for having us here. It was a great discussion, great conversation. I wish we had a couple of more hours to discuss a lot of things.
Yeah, you guys got so much to say. You've done so
Yeah.
much.
That's 10 years.
Uh,
10
it,
years.
I forgot to
it's
also
actually
mention you've done like 5 albums as well, which I forgot to mention. But yeah,
Yeah.
a history of stuff.
As I'm about to say that the people that hear this interview, they have a lot of things to check. So yeah, thanks again for having us. As my brother said, we are currently working on the new album that we're gonna put out, hopefully 2025. Um, so yeah, the questions that you are actually pretty good, pretty deep. They can expand a lot. It's great.
Thank
And
you.
watching the other interviews, I was so focused on what your guys discussing, and it was pretty nice. That's a great thing you're doing, and giving the opportunity to creators actually express how they're inspired, how they think, and what they've been through. It's actually a great opportunity. Thank you. And to the viewers, yeah, thank you for watching this until now.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, please check everything. They're our children. Our music is our children, so
Mm,
we are proud of it. And it's a pleasure if you hear even 1 minute of one song.
mm,
It means the word for us.
mm. No, guys, it's been a massive pleasure. I'm more like thankful to obviously have this interview, because it just means I'm widening my horizons. The band's interviews that I've done so far, it's just been a pleasure. For like, this is like a dream. Like, I think about stuff like this. Oh, it'd be cool if I can do this, and then I'm actually seeing a reality of it myself. So it's amazing to have that opportunity, because I'm just a little kid from the UK sitting at home. You know what I mean? Just like on social media, just going, hey, I would like to do this. So to see it flourish and like slowly become something, I thank you in itself to accept it, and obviously to allow it to happen. So yeah, guys, this is TripNote. Everything you need to know about their music, everything about their history, and obviously list goes on about their creativeness. It's all in the links in the description. Please go check them out. The latest single, please go check it out. There'll be a reaction already out way before this interview comes out. So please go check out the latest song, people, and up and coming music that's coming out as well. It's just been a pleasure to expand more bands into Greece. And obviously, who knows, we can obviously see, well, I might be able to interview other bands from Greece all over the place, in different places like Athens and my geography's bad. I'm not even going to name anywhere else. But yeah. But
Let's stay in Athens. Let's stay in Athens, bro.
but yeah, guys, it's fantastic. Kyber crew, appreciate it. Yeah, check out their socials. Everything's in the link in the description. I'm Kyreem. I'm out with TripNote. Peace.